Hey, are you struggling to come up with consistent content for your social media presence? In this day and age, as a real estate agent, you need to have a solid presence on social media. But I get it, coming up with content can be hard. But today we're going to go over exactly how to utilize ChatGPT to make an endless amount of content ideas for you and your specific situation. Now, if you've never used ChatGPT, where have you been? This thing is revolutionary. It's able to help you create not just content, but pretty much anything you need within your business. How to respond to emails, how to respond to text messages, how to write property descriptions. It is such a powerful tool. But like most tools, it's only as good as the person utilizing it. So today we're going to go over exactly how to utilize it to create a social media campaign for you. What to post, when to post it, ideas galore. You're going to have so many ideas that coming up with the content after today isn't going to be a problem anymore. So without further ado, let's hop right into my computer and start working with ChatGPT. All right, first and foremost, we want to head over to chat.openai.com. This is where ChatGPT lives. Now, there are two versions of ChatGPT. There is the 4.0 and the 3.5 version. So the 3.5 version is the new version that I'll be going over today. If you're new to ChatGPT, there's really no reason to buy the 4.0 until you know you're going to utilize this and you're comfortable utilizing it. So I'm just going to work with 3.5 today. I'll probably do a 4.0 video to follow this one up, but just getting started, 3.5 is what we're going to deal with today. So you want to start with just creating a new chat. You can do that in the upper left here. And then ChatGPT is so stinking powerful that you can prompt it as simple as just create a social media calendar. For me, I'm a real estate agent looking to attract clients, and just go that simple. And look at all the information it's going to create for you. And this is extremely generic information. But if you're looking for nothing else, look, you have day 1, day 3, day 5 for your first week. You have a second week in there talking about property showcases, virtual tours, neighborhood highlights, market trends, buying tips, home selling advice, all sorts of different content. Now, if you utilize it for just that alone is really going to get you going, especially if you don't have any social media presence whatsoever. But when it really gets down to utilizing ChatGPT, you really want to work on your prompts and you want to tell it exactly what you want to do. So before I start a chat, I like to kind of prompt ChatGPT by telling it exactly what I want it to do, calling it my Instagram GTP. Now, if I was doing YouTube, I'd say YouTube GTB or TikTok, etc. Let it know who I am. I'm a realtor in Minnetonka, Minnesota. The more specific you can be here, the better. And I'm looking to attract move-up buyers and help them sell their home as well. Tell it a little bit about yourself, like I've sold this many homes, or I'm licensed with this brokerage, or whatever you want to do. You can put your age in there, you can put your gender and stuff like that. Whatever you want to prompt it with. Then I tell it to ask me questions. And this is a super pivotal part. Again, this is a tool and you need to prompt it to be utilized properly. And then I'm going to tell it exactly the task that I wanted to do. I wanted to create a social media campaign for me and with posts and all that jazz in there too. And again, the more detailed you are with this part here, the better the results you're going to be. And you can see instantly it starts cranking out a whole bunch of content, a lot more content than it did before. And you can see on the top here, it's going to ask me some questions. Sometimes it's just going to straight ask you questions before it gives you ideas. Sometimes it's going to ask you questions and give you ideas as well. You want to go in here and you want to answer these questions again as specifically as you can, curtailed to the social media campaign that you want to make. So it's asking me about target audience. So what's my ideal move-up buyer? What are their demographics, preferences, and pain points? And again, the more specific in here, the better it's going to be. I'm being pretty generic on this just for the purposes of, cutting down time on this video. But you want to go through, answer each one of these questions. What's going to set you apart as a realtor in your area? You can talk about, how many people you've helped, if you grew up in the area, if you specialize in this area, maybe you live in this area, you went to school here, give any unique selling propositions that you have, any awards that you have as well. It's going to ask you what type of content do you want? Do you have access to? Do you already have a bunch of listings in the area? Do you have videos you've utilized for B-roll? What do you have? Your campaign goals? What specifically are you looking to do with this campaign? Generate leads, increase website traffic, get more listing inquiries. And there's no wrong answer here. Maybe you just want to, get more people commenting on your post, and we just want to post more. Make it up to you. So I'm going to say, hey, I'm looking for lead generation and engagement on my posts. Do you have a budget? You simply say no. Maybe you want to start boosting some posts. If you're trying to grow your presence and get more followers, I definitely recommend boosting. It's going to get you just into different audiences that you might not have access to. And then what's the timeline here? Is there anything specifically you want to look up, tie into? Maybe there's a music festival, maybe the Super Bowl's coming around, you want to do some stuff for that. So now you go ahead in there and it generates a whole mess of content here for you, talking about specifically like Minnetonka. It's going to give you some valuable tips, ideas, call to action and engagement, a lot of details, a lot of ideas here already. Now, it's only going to give you ideas to start with. Again, this is a tool that we need to utilize. If there are certain videos within here that you really like and are resonating with you, this is the time where you want to start asking ChatGPT to expand on those ideas and start making scripts for you. So maybe I like the idea of doing some scenic tours, some highlights within Lake Minnetonka or the Minnetonka area. I can ask it, hey, what are some scenic areas in Minnetonka for me to feature? And then it's going to go ahead and give me a bunch of ideas around Minnetonka that are very picturesque that I can go out and highlight in different social media campaigns. Again, showing that I'm a great local expert. Maybe they pop up one in here that I don't know a whole lot about. For instance, maybe Rays Bay Marina is something I'm not very familiar with. So I'm going to ask it to tell me all about it. You can see here, it's going to let me know its location, the facilities, the views it has, activities, it has boat rentals, picnic areas, events, access to dining and stuff in the area. So it's going to give me a lot of great talking points from here that I can utilize to make into another video and highlight this area in a social media post or video or just text. Now, if I really want to expand on this and really bump up my SEO, I got to have a good Instagram video. So I'm going to ask it now, create me a video featuring Grays Bay Marina. And lo and behold, it's going to start popping out a bunch of different stuff. Ideas for B-roll, ideas for narration and voiceovers, clips to utilize here for great B-roll ideas. And it's going to be simple, quick, and short, just the way Instagram likes it. And then I want to, again, increase my SEO, I want to ask it to create me a description for this video as well. So type in create an Instagram description for that video. Boom, it's going to pop out right there. It's going to utilize emojis, which are huge in Instagram right now. It's going to have hashtags in there too, creating everything for you. Now, let's say I want to bump up and do even more with this and do a blog post with it too. Well, now I'm going to have it create a blog post for me that I can put onto my website. There are a lot of advantages to taking your video and turning it into text as well. Instagram likes to see that things are in multiple places. So if you have a website, creating a blog post about this, embedding your video into this, and then sending people from your Instagram video to your blog creates a lot of synergy and a lot of SEO that Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, they all like to utilize to see these things. So you can add some of the pictures that you're doing in there as well. And heck, if it's a really good post, maybe Grays Bay Marina will maybe feature you or something like that as well. So that was a lot of content, a lot of video just on Grays Bay, but there were also a lot of other ideas up there as well. Maybe I want to get some more video ideas about just the process of buying and selling and trading up in general. Again, I told it I'm trying to attract move up buyers. So I'm going to ask it to give me some more video ideas here. And here we go. It's going to create a bunch of different things that I can make videos on. There's 15 different things in there that I can go into, and I can either ask it to expand upon these, or I can ask it, just create more ideas here. So one of the things I really liked in there, it had a moving tip checklist. So I can go ahead and say, hey, make me a blog post about moving checklist. And boom, again, I have a brand new blog post right there that I can link back to my video and have the two synergize with each other. I can then even go further and say, hey, create me a one-page PDF for a selling checklist. And boom, I can take this, put it into Microsoft Word, make it into a PDF, my logo on there. So when people come to my blog post, there's content for them on there to download. I can put this anywhere else I want to as well. I can boost it within my website. I can make a landing page for it. And now I have something I can give to my clients. I can also just give it to the clients that I'm working with. Moving is stressful, so I can create PDF ideas in here for me to give to my clients that I'm currently working with and just provide more value to them. And there you go. There's not only a social media campaign for you, but a bunch of different video ideas within there. Now, if you want more, like I said, go back into any of the ideas that it asked you, that it gave you, and ask it to create videos from it. If you don't like exactly the video ideas that it's giving you, prompt it and tell it to change, saying, hey, I actually did like this one. Can you make this more informal? Or can you make this more casual? Can you make this more formal maybe? You have to be able to give it good prompts and tell it where to go. There you go. In a couple of minutes, you have easily an entire month, if not 2 months worth of social media ideas right there within ChatGPT. And again, when you're utilizing ChatGPT, just make sure you're using awesome prompts. If it does give you ideas or content that you just don't like, correct it and say, hey, that was great, but can you make this more casual? Can you make this more geared towards buyers, more geared towards sellers, whatever you want to do? It's going to create new content based off what you're telling it to do. And you can easily come up with all the social media content, all the blog posts, all the descriptions that you need in just a matter of minutes. But again, it's only as good as the person utilizing it. It's a great tool, but it's up to you to utilize it on a regular basis to help you grow your business.